submission like that, it's kind of like you were drowning. And I finally got my head above water. You don't want to give me time to tread and regain my breath. Attack now.
10 seconds left in this first round. Tim Moore showing just how tough he is. No quitting him, that was deep. And still threatening at the end of the round. Smile from Tim Moore as he gets to the top. Gets off the mat, sorry. Let's look back at the opening part of the action.
There you can see great combination there. Just movement there. Nice little check hook. He pulled away, threw it as Moore was dropping in. And that knee there, he showed that he is a complete mixed martial artist. Splitting the legs, trying to avoid the takedown head pressure. But Tim Moore was able to drive down, get the hands connected, and was going for a big slam here. But that little foot on the ground, that made a big difference. That awareness, those details, that's huge. That's showing the kind of talent that Trent Girdham has. And there, very patient on when to throw the knee. Had he thrown that too early, now we lose a point or lose a fight. So in the middle of the warfare, kept his composure, knew where he was at, locked up a nice guillotine, going for the finish here, got the sweep out of it, and I think that was enough to secure the round in his direction.
You talk about the style and the technique there of Trent Girdham, but also the toughness, the awareness, the composure of Tim Moore. That is the experience he was talking about before this fight was set. So Trent Girdham in the blue corner. Tim Moore in the red with Brian Lacey here, alongside Frank Mir calling the action for ACB 76. Both showing little feints. Trying to get a
Trent
read.
Really likes that hook backing up.
Nice.
Throws it again. He's just throwing it a little bit too wide. I think if he tightened it up a little bit, he would be scoring because he has great timing on it. He's looking at the straight left hand coming from Tim Moore, and he's timing that sweep.
Oh, they both caught each other then.
But because it's so wide, he's like, you know, it's like taking the scenic route to get there. Moore likes that left hand he saw, and he's setting it up right now. There he comes. By backing up, you load that rear hand. And as an offensive fighter, you got to be careful. You can't come in on a straight line unless you are just way faster or have a ton of reach on your opponent. The technique is just not to fire straight in. You have to come off angle.
Tim Moore playing a much more patient game in this one, letting Trent Girdham come forward. Covers up well. Oh, spinning heel kick there from Girdham, but Moore is switched on. You can tell that he's really getting a good read on some of these strikes coming from Trent.
Yeah, I like what I heard Moore's corner calling. He's doing good things, he's just not doing enough of them. And it's like swinging at a ball. If you're going to swing 3 times as much as I am, the chances of hitting 3 times as more is there. You can't hit what you don't throw.
Trent Girdham in the build-up to this fight said he's going to make Tim Moore snore, wants to knock him out.
I like that. Most guys try to have a clever rhyme with their name. And
no.
You know, Tim, quick draw Moore, you know. But then all of a sudden your opponent goes, nah, I'm going to go ahead and give you a...
Yeah, just switch it around a little bit. Apparently his mum approved of that. She said she doesn't like it when you so I'm just going to rip his head off, I'm going to finish him. She liked the little pun.
Good work there again against the cage for Tim Moore. Pulled a single, pulled it out, and as Trent was defending that, was able to drive back down into a double. Great combination of work, but really hasn't done a lot of damage once he gets on top. In fact, at the end of that last round, that guillotine and then top position sweep from Trent, I thought made it to where he was more effective of the 2 in the ground game. So again, driving down. Here he has a head outside single, but he really likes that double, so he's going to try to get that left hand. Switch for Trent, but oh, it worked.
And look at that, that worked. Now Trent finishes on top. Oof. Passes to side control here up against the cage.
And this is not a good spot there for Tim Moore. It's hard to work jiu-jitsu against the cage, and we said countless amount of times, you have to stand up here. This is not really they do occur. I'm not taking away that, I mean, hey, I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. It does sometimes work there, just that now the percentages are moving towards your opponent. He's on top, and you're trapped. You have less movement, and you need movement on the ground, especially on bottom, to create the angles you need to attack the joints, attack the neck.
Trent Girdham stepped over there, has trapped that left arm now. Tim Moore aware of it, looks like he's fed it back through. Nice elbows there. Tim doing well to avoid big damage, but now he's in mount. We could have a head and arm triangle.
Well, he's in mount, and he needs to get his legs away from the cage. Tim was already putting his feet there and actually kind of let the cat out of the bag too soon. He should have circled over that way and then put his feet against the cage, and he could hip up. There he is. Now watch the explosion that he could do. Now his hips are already 2 feet off the mat to begin with. Now when he bridges, which I'm thinking is coming.
An armbar, I think, might come before that. Look at this step over. Tim Moore.
Ankles are not in the right direction.
Oh, look at that. Trent Girdham finishes Tim Moore by armbar, and that was composure from the young fighter. That takes him to 7-0.
Good work. I mean, and really, Tim Moore is probably going to kick himself in the butt when he gets home and watches this, because he could have bridged and exploded out before that armbar came, but instead, I don't know what he was looking for. Patience. Maybe the armbar attempt from Trent Girdham had him cautiously looking for it. Girdham was able to go ahead and cross the ankles from that armbar and pulled back, and a great submission win.
Great submission win. Let's see some acrobatics. There we go. Trent Girdham moves to 7-0. Talk us through this finish, this armbar finish.
Nice slick little elbow in there. Rotates through, keeps the weight on the chest. Sits back, is able to straighten the arm. Has the elbow deep in his hip pocket. And again, you can see nice little chip elbow. Beautiful distraction, great combination. That's mixed martial arts. Switches the ankles to lock him. Not a lot of pressure on the head there, but Tim Moore was not able to identify it. Being mounted and being pushed against the cage there for a little bit, made him make that mental mistake. And now we'll go to Cyrus Fees with Herb Dean to declare your winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, Herb Dean stops the fight at 4 minutes, 30 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by tap out, due to armbar, Trent Niño Loco Girdham.